In our previous video, we showed you how to use specialty threads to enhance your patterned fabric. Today, we're going to show you how to take that decorated fabric and turn it into this simple zippered pouch. I love making these to use as pencil cases, cosmetics travel bags, or even to hold some sewing tools. Before you do anything else, you'll need to get a zipper. The length of your zipper will determine the length of your pouch, so make sure whatever you need to fit inside is smaller than your zipper. My zipper is 6 inches long. However, there is some overhang on each end where it can be sewn into my fabric. The length, including the overhang, is about 8 inches, so that is the length I need to cut my fabric panels. Next, you'll need to decide on the depth of your pouch. If you want to add a contrasting piece of fabric to the bottom of your pouch, take into consideration that you'll be following a 1/4 inch seam allowance, so you'll need to cut the contrast fabric a 1/4 inch longer on both sides. Since I want my contrast fabric to have a depth of 1.5 inches, I will need to cut it 2 inches to accommodate the seam allowance. Your embellished fabric will also lose a 1/4 inch on both sides, so I have cut mine 5 inches deep. Since I'm sewing a rather small pouch, I'm going to use this 50-weight Egyptian cotton thread called confetti. This is a great construction thread for small accessories, and it has the benefit of being low on lint, so it's great for your machine. If you want to sew a larger bag that will need to withstand some wear and tear, I would recommend another thread called Home Dec. This is an enhanced polyester that is perfect for heavy-duty construction and will keep your bag from falling apart at the seams. Sew your contrast fabric to the bottom of the embellished fabric right sides together. Then sew a second piece exactly the same and press the seams with an iron towards the contrast piece. Next, you'll need 2 pieces of lining fabric cut to the same length and depth as your finished front piece. So let's get started. First, take one of your lining fabrics and lay it right side up. Take your zipper and lay that face up, lined up with the top edge of the fabric. Now, take one of your outside panels and lay that right side down, lined up with the top edge of the zipper and lining. Make sure everything is lined up evenly, then use some Wonder Clips to secure it all in place. Attach a zipper foot to your machine. We're going to sew the lining, zipper, and outside panel together with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Start below the edge of your zipper pull, then stitch the length of the pouch. Because the zipper pull makes a lump, if you try to sew over this area, you're going to end up with a crooked stitch. Now I'm going to pull the zipper further down to the area I've already sewn, then put my pouch back into the machine and finish sewing to the end. To attach the other half of my pouch, I'm going to take my second piece of lining and lay that facing up. Take the zipper with the attached fabrics and lay that facing up on the top edge of the lining. The second piece of outside fabric goes right side facing down. Clip your edge together with the Wonder Clips again and sew the pieces like before, this time sewing just up to where the edge of the pull is. Once again, you will have to take it out of your machine, open the zipper up, and then finish sewing to the end. Open up the layers and press all your seams flat. Now we're going to stitch down beside the zipper on each side to finish it off. Your stitching will show here, so I'm going to choose a more decorative thread just for this part. I'll be using this 12-weight Egyptian cotton thread called spaghetti, which will give my stitches a bolder look. I'll also slightly increase the stitch length on my machine, since I think it will make a nicer look. At this point, before I go any further, I'll want to open up the zipper on my pouch so I can pull my project right sides out later. If you don't do this, you'll have a very difficult time getting it open, so it's important that you pull the zipper open at this step. Take the two outer panels and line them up right sides together. Then take the two lined pieces and place those right sides together. Now you'll notice that the zipper can face either direction. You'll want to make sure the zipper is facing toward the lining and not the outer panels. Make sure both ends of the zipper are pushed to face towards the lining, then pin or clip everything down evenly. Using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, start sewing at the bottom end of the lining. Again, make sure that you leave an opening so you can pull everything through after it's sewn, and don't forget to backstitch. At each corner, leave your needle in the down position and lift your presser foot. Pivot the fabric 90 degrees and drop the foot to keep sewing. When you reach the spot with the zipper, you might find that the layers get a little thick, so take it slow. Once you return to the lining, stop at your pin mark and again backstitch. Trim all 4 corners of your pouch. Now we're going to reach in and pull the entire pouch inside out. This is where it was important to open the zipper up, as you'll need to reach through the zipper opening to pull the pouch through. Make sure you poke out the corners of your lining as much as you can so they sit nice and crisp. You can use any long object to help push them out if your finger doesn't work well. Now you'll still need to finish the hole in your lining. Pull the edges straight and tuck the raw edges of the hole under. Then you can sew the hole closed right along the edge. Tuck the lining back into the pouch and push the corners in. Press your entire pouch to make it sit nice and flat and give it a proper finished look. And that's it! You have a beautiful pouch customized with specialty thread that you won't find in any store. These pouches are so handy to keep around and also make fantastic gifts. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give us a thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe for more great tips and tutorials. We'll see you all next time.